Yes, we can.
يا مولاي يا ربي سلمنا وأكرمنا وارزقنا وارحمنا يا مولاي. I have been searching for you for some time now. It hasn't been easy, but I'll find you somehow. I know the road is long, but if it means me getting to you, I'll sacrifice everything that comes in my way just for you, so I can find you, and be with you, and be with you. 'Cause all I ever want is to be with you, be with you. Hold me.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. All praises be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with an abundance of salutations on Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You're tuned into the BU4U Show with me, Mehreen Mia, coming to you live from our Peter Marisburg studios in 105.6 FM. And if you're in Durban and the surrounding areas, you're listening to us in 90.4 FM, wherever you are in the world. And if you're live streaming, we sing a very warm welcome to you as well. The show is exactly what it's called. It's about you. It is for you and myself, of course. And it's for the best of each one of us, inshallah, for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As I always do, let me say thank you and a huge shout out to Brother Kumalo, our amazing technician here in Pietermaritzburg. And I cannot go without saying thank you and a blessings to my brother Ted there in Durban as well. Appreciate you both immensely. Today's program is a bit of an emotional one for me, so I'm going to say Allah bless me and guide me through it, inshallah. It is where we are honoring our women of Palestine. And I personally would dedicate this program today, especially to three people who were very, very dear to me. Sister Naiba, who was a teacher in Palestine. Sister Umar Ham, she was a doctor in Palestine. And Sister Salma, who was a nurse in Gaza. We lost all three of them, and Umar Ham was a very, very close friend of mine. And I'm sharing this outwardly today that Umar Ham was on a video call with me and with actually four of us here in South Africa. And we had heard from her after, I think, 4 or 5 days of not hearing from her. And on that video call, while we were talking, actually, while she was talking to us, the screen went white. And each one of us did the same thing. We all reached out to the screen and literally swiped on it and tried to figure out what's going on. And then each one typed to say, you know what, I think it's a network issue. So we cut and we went back in, and then we couldn't get through to her at all. And it was a few hours only after that that we realized the time of her screen turning white with us on live was when the bomb had hit that hospital. She was finally taking a break after 5 full days of nonstop attending to every patient that she could. And that bomb hit, and that is when we lost contact. We don't know when, but at some point thereafter, we found out that she had passed on, whether it was at that point or whether it was thereafter. But we have lost amazing people. And so today's show is not just about those three people. It is about every single person in Gaza right now. It is to honor every one of them and to give them an awakening and an awareness to every single one of us out here as well. And when we're talking about honoring these women, and women especially that are in Gaza, in Palestine, we can talk about many different women, but I want to talk about three right now before I go for a break. The first one is Wafika Abu Ali. This lady is currently 82 years old, and she spreads her story, and it's been spread around the world. And she says that she was born in Al Kafrin in Haifa, and when she was 5 years old, remember she's 82 today, but when she was 5, she was forced to leave her home. That was in 1948. And she says, and I quote, "Hope kept us going, and the hope of one day returning to our land was what kept me going. But with each passing day, that hope started to grow very thin. We endured unbearable conditions, snowstorms with nothing but fragile tents to shield us. And then in 1967, that war struck again, and it displaced us all, forcing us to hide in caves with deafening sounds of gunfire that drew nearer and nearer each time. By that time, I was married with four daughters, and one was just a newborn. And the fear during those days was beyond words. But even that dread cannot compare to what I feel now. Military operations continue to haunt us while homes are leveled and lives are shattered. And I live now for the fear and in constant fear for my children, for myself, because this fear and the displacements have been my constant companions for 8 decades. Can you imagine living like that, with the only companion you have being fear? One. I said to you we have three stories. The second story is about Khafa Abu Harb, and she's 49 years old. She's a widow and a mother of three sons and a daughter. And she shares her story, and it goes like this. Like so many others, my life was consumed by the unending trauma of war. I was only 13 when that first intifada broke out in 1987. Military operations forced us to flee school and to run for our lives. And I can still hear that pounding of my heart. I can hear the sounds of destruction. During the first intifada, we endured several curfews. Some lasted more than 20 days. We were trapped and food became scarce. We walked, females only, of course, walked for hours to find something to eat, knowing that we could get killed at any moment. The second intifada was no different. By then, I was married, living in Farah's camp. Bombing and raids destroyed any semblance of peace, and I too feared for my children's lives. Seeking refuge in my mother's home, I thought we may be safer, but even there, safety became my illusion. Fear is a shadow that never leaves us because soldiers invade our homes, they strip us of our privacy, they interrogate us, and they steal our children in the dead of night with no reason and no warrant. This is the reality that we live in. One of my sons remains imprisoned without a charge, without a trial. How can we endure this? How can the world stand by in silence as we are stripped of our dignity, our humanity? We are not asking for much, just the right to live in peace, to breathe without a fear. Palestinian women have borne the brunt of this suffering, but yet we are still here. So Sister Khafa ends her story by saying, we are still standing, and our strength is all we have left. If that doesn't honor women, then what words do? I'll move on to my third story. And this story is by Juan Amdan. She's only 13 years old, and her young life is already shaped for her. It's shaped by war at 13. Every military operation, she says, feels like the end of the world for me. I fear for my education. I fear for my future. She says that she recalls playing at her grandfather's house when a military strike hit nearby. The bombardments shook her to her core, and for 3 long days she huddled in fear, while her childhood innocence was shattered. Schooling has become a very distant hope for this 13-year-old, and the psychological toll weighs heavily on her young mind. She says when she was interviewed, I think of my grandmother's stories of Nakba in 1948, of entire generations who were displaced and how their dreams were turned into dust. This is continuing now every day. Joanne dreams of becoming a lawyer, she says, because she wants to defend her people. But in the midst of war, her dream almost feels like it's fragile now, like it could be snatched away at any moment. And she continues and she says, war has stolen the futures of so many of our children here in Gaza, and now we are also losing our future in the West Bank. She knows that her education is important, her future is important, but she says it all now hangs in a thread. Yet, she says, despite this, I'm holding on to some hope. I'm fragile, yes, but Allah has given me some strength, and I know peace will come. I can pursue my dream. I have to keep going. Why did I mention these three stories? Because these three generations of women, Wafika, Khafa, and Joanne, have carried the weight of this war and displacement and loss. Their scars run deep. They remain so unbroken, though. No matter what they face, they're still standing strong. They're standing up. They're standing. they still have that voice. Their strength literally defies every unimaginable suffering that they might have endured before. So, Palestinian women really give us a lesson because they shoulder more than their share of pain. They have a different definition of what pain may be than any one of us could ever know. But they continue to dream, they continue to fight, and they continue to hope. The world that they have is for them all that they have. So our world cannot remain silent any longer. We have to listen to these cries. Mind you, these three generations of what Wafika is 82, Khafa is 49, Jawan is 13. Jawan is Wafika's granddaughter. Khafa is, that's three generations of one family. And each one tells the same tale of war. We have to ask, when does it end? I'm going to take a break now, inshallah. And as we listen to the next nasheed, please can we remember everyone who is martyred in Gaza. Please can we also remember my beautiful sisters, Naiba, Mehreen, and his sister Salma, as we listen to this beautiful nasheed, as I dedicate it to everyone and including everyone here as women that we take as strongholds for us, our mothers, especially my mom too, and our women who need to be strong no matter what we face, inshallah. I'll be back after this.
दुखड़ा सुनाया तो फिर क्या करोगे फलस्तीनियों ने क़यामत में आका को दुखड़ा सुनाया तो फिर क्या करोगे अगर मुस्तफा ने भी नाराज होकर रुख अपना फिराया तो फिर क्या करोगे फलस्तीनियों ने क़यामत में आका को दुखड़ा सुनाया तो फिर क्या करोगे फलस्तीनियों ने क़यामत में आका दुखड़ा सुनाया तो फिर क्या करोगे उड़ी जा रही है शहीदों की लाशें फुगा बन के अर्शे इलाही की जानिब उड़ी जा रही है शहीदों की बन के अर्शे इलाही की जानिब अगर ये मनाज़िर तुम्हारे घरों में खुदा ने दिखाया तो फिर क्या करोगे फलस्तीनियों ने क़यामत में आका दुखड़ा सुनाया तो फिर क्या करोगे फलस्तीनियों ने क़यामत में आका को दुखड़ा सुनाया तो फिर क्या करोगे जो तुम खा रहे हो ये लाशें हैं उनकी जो तुम पी रहे हो ये सब खो है उनका जो तुम खा रहे हो ये लाशें हैं उनकी जो तुम पी रहे हो, ये सब खो है उनका खुदा। सुनाया तो फिर क्या करोगे। फलस्तीनियों ने कयामत में आकर को दुखड़ा सुनाया तो फिर क्या करोगे। अगर मुस्तफा ने भी नाराज होकर रुख अपना फिराया तो फिर क्या करोगे। फलस्तीनियों ने कयामत में आकर को दुखड़ा सुना।
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the BU4U Show with me, Mehreen Mia, and I'm live at Peter Maritzburg Studios, 105.6 FM. I do apologize. It's a very emotional show for me today. Honoring people that are in Gaza, honoring those who are lost, honoring the strength of our women, and especially for some reason, reliving moments of the sisters I lost. One of them being live on a video call with me as that bomb dropped. It's recurring and it stays with us, and we have to keep praying, inshallah, that Allah grant ease and comfort and our win for our people of Gaza, inshallah, ameen. So yes, if you are listening to me in Pietermaritzburg, you're 105.6 FM, and if you are in Durban and the surrounding areas, you're listening to us at 90.4 FM. So warm welcome to you. You know, the war has literally changed, I think, everyone's lives. It's not about just being Muslim, it's about you being human. And it's touched and it's been with so many people now where people are fighting for the victory of the people of Gaza. There's another young girl who speaks, and she's 14, and she also has a lot to say. And she says, "This war has irreversibly changed my life. We have been displaced repeatedly. I lost my education. I lost my friends. And the fear that I now live in is beyond words. But my fear is actually also where I get my strength from. I don't understand how, but Allah keeps me standing strong." If that doesn't define the strength and honor of our women of Palestine, again I ask, what does? I'm going to let you listen now to a few voice notes that came through for this program, especially, and for this segment titled Honoring of Our Women of Palestine. Let's listen to these and come back after that.
The mothers, the daughters, the sisters, to the grandmothers, the aunts, the healers, the teachers, and the guardians of Palestine. We see you. We see you carrying worlds on your shoulders, the weight of history, the immediacy of survival, and the fierce hope of the future. Your strength is a force that defies comprehension, forged in circumstances no one should ever have to endure. We see you in your resilience, in the ways you piece together meals from scarcity, create moments of joy for children amidst fear, and offer comfort when your own hearts are breaking. We see your mourning for husbands, sons, brothers, fathers, daughters, mothers, and homes reduced to dust. Your grief is monumental, and it deserves to be witnessed and honored. We see you as the unwavering pillars of your families and communities. You are the keepers of stories, the protectors of culture, and the quiet engineers of daily life in the face of unimaginable hardship. Your love is a radical act of preservation. Your pain is not a footnote. Your courage is not a statistic. Your voice, though often stifled, echoes with the truth the world must not ignore. You are more than the sum of your struggles. You are scholars, artists, farmers, entrepreneurs, and leaders. You are the embodiment of a dignity that cannot be erased by conflict or occupation. In a world that too often looks away, know that there are countless people who see your humanity, who bear witness to your suffering, and who are raising their voices for justice, peace, and your right to a life of safety, freedom, and self-determination. Your survival is a testament to the unbreakable spirit of humanity. May the day come soon when your hands, so skilled at mending and building, are free to create peace. May your hearts, so vast in their capacity to love and endure, find rest and healing. You are not forgotten. With deepest respect and solidarity, we see you.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today we're going to talk a little about the woman of Palestine. The woman of Palestine can be described as a symbol of resilience, strength, and cultural preservation. Across generations, they have borne the weight of struggle, both political, social, and personal. Yet they continue to stand as a central pillar of Palestinian identity and continuity. Despite decades of displacement, conflict, and occupation, Palestinian women have continued to raise families, support communities, and preserve heritage. Their resilience is not passive, it is often a form of active resistance, holding on to their identity and land through everyday life. Palestinian women play a vital role in passing down stories, traditions, recipes, embroidery, and oral history. In doing so, they keep the memory of Palestine alive. From the early 20th century to today, Palestinian women have participated in political movements, protests, and community organizing. They are lawyers, teachers, doctors, poets, politicians, and housewives, challenging both occupation and societal norms whenever necessary. Palestinian women are portrayed as motherly figures, nurturing, compassionate, and community-orientated, but also as a woman with a voice, a freedom fighter, a student protester, or a grassroots organizer. Palestinian women come from all walks of life, Muslim, Christian, urban, rural, under occupation or within Israel. Their identities and experiences are not monolithic but deeply diverse, shaped by geography, class, religion, and personal history. Palestinian women are a symbol of reality, shaped by pain and resistance, but also by pride, creativity, and a fierce love for their land, their family's dignity, and above all else, fighting for their freedom. Thank you.
To honor the women of Palestine is to recognize their strength, resilience, and unwavering courage. Despite the weight of hardship and struggle, they continue to nurture families, they continue to preserve culture, and they keep alive the spirit of hope. Their voices, their sacrifices, and their enduring love for their homeland deserve our deepest respect and remembrance.
Alhamdulillah, I don't think there's anything that any one of them might have said that is wrong. I also don't think any one of them has said anything that's scripted. I think everything there is from heart. You just heard people, and one of the first people you heard was Linda and Charlie. She is somebody who's founded what we call the WTMO Foundation. She works very closely in terms of how to tear down the barriers and create the create an environment that ensures basic rights of women and children are met. You also heard Nafisa Khalik. She is a true Palestinian activist. She's even gone to the borders of Egypt to fight out for the Palestinian cause. She's a vocal advocate for the rights of the Palestinian people. And last but not least, you heard my beautiful sister Sajida Ismail. She's an amazingly strong wife and a beautiful mother to her lovely children. She's a passionate soul who stands out for the righteousness above everything else. You hear the passion in her voice, especially about our women of Palestine. I think there is nothing that we talk about when it comes to Gaza other than pain that's associated with it. Pain in so many different levels, where right now, even if we want to eat, we feel pain because we know of the starvation that's happening there. When we're sick and we want to go and take something for the pain that we are feeling, to go and take medication, to go and see a doctor, to go to a hospital, we feel, shouldn't we have, they also have the same liberties, have that. The basic needs. When I'm thirsty, I'm looking to just have some water. They don't even have that. Do we not feel this? And if you don't, oh my word, there's not a single person I know, and again, it's not about religion or race, it is about being human. There's not a person that I know in this world that is not feeling for the people of Gaza. We mourn every life that's lost, and we fear for the safety of those who are displaced, and of course for the safety of those who are now being held captive. We've seen in so many other conflicts throughout the world, there's been atrocities, but we've witnessed this form of atrocity, I think, for the first time ever. Weaponization of even sexual violence is just ridiculous. It's appalling to see what is going on in Gaza, and for anybody to think it is okay. There is no justification. There's nothing. So we know that there's a stand that we all have to make. Many of us are doing whatever we can from the little areas we're in, whether it's not buying certain products from certain facilities, whether it's not doing what we're normally doing in certain shops, but you're trying to do something to create a voice or to create a hype. But we have to prioritize that everyone out there needs us. Whether it's in your little dua, whether it's in the small actions that you can make, whether it's in a march that you attend, whether it's in you wearing your garb, whether it is just in you being, whatever it is, our hearts go out to those survivors and families of all those victims too, because they are going through unbearable suffering and trauma. When you see the videos that come up to us, we think, another child, what's going to happen to this child? And we can't even reach out to them to say, bring the children to us, we look after them. I wish we could. We can't. But at the end of the day, they all need us as much as we need them. But when I say honoring the women of Palestine in today's show, I'm honoring them because the strength they teach us, the strength and resilience these women teach us, that even to the point of before my friend was killed in that bomb on air with us live, she still smiled. We still said, don't you want to come back home? And her response will never, ever leave me or anyone that we knew. Her response was, this is where I belong. I bring the change here. This is their steadfastness. This is what Allah brought me for. And this is how the people of Gaza believe and stand for their ground. They stand for themselves. They teach us what resilience means. They teach us how to stay strong. But we must make dua because we desperately need to end this war now. I leave you all with a humble request for duas for my beloved Mehreen father, Mehreen Mia, inshallah, Allah grant him and all Mehreen Jannatul Firdaus. Make dua for my mother and every other woman in this world who has to get prayer to keep the strength up. The entire Ummah, including all brothers and sisters in every war-torn area, not just in Gaza, but everywhere else as well. Whoever is having difficulty, Allah make it easy. I do ask dua for everyone who is ill. Allah grant everybody shifa, including my uncle Iqbal Rangrage. And of course, somebody else that I know who is also not well is Mr. Qasim Ibrahim. May Allah grant him shifa as well. Everybody that's not ill, everybody's having difficulties, people out there, Allah be with you all. Remember me too as I remember you. Jazakallah khair again, Kamalo, to you and of course my brother Ted there as well. I do ask for forgiveness for my emotional space today, but I think it is me being human, I am human. Don't forget to keep it locked into the dial for many more amazing programs lined up after this, inshallah. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik wa sallim. Astawdiyallah dinaka wa amanataka khatima amalika. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
شهداء الأقصى في الجنة أحياء القدس ستبقى لفلسطين. Oh, can't you hear us? Our souls cry freedom. Why do we need a reason to live in peace? Why do they shoot us? Are we not human? Turn the land into dust. Oh, can't you see?
فلسطين يا فلسطين ستعودي أرض السلام. فلسطين يا فلسطين سيزول عنك الظلام. صرخات طفل بريء يسمعها رب البشر من صواريخ السماء تنزل مثل المطر.
يا فلسطيني امحي دموعي نصر قريب. يا فلسطين شهداء الأقصى في الجنة أحياء القدس ستبقى لفلسطين. Destroy our homes and they take our children away. Only God knows the pain that we feel behind the bombs and the tanks and the sound of the planes. Therein lies a Palestine that is free. Oh, when those bombs fell on Palestine streets, they bid life farewell, 'cause they were deceived. The whole world is watching whilst they all disappear. They face injustice, but God is near.
فلسطين يا فلسطين بلاد العز والكرم. فلسطين يا فلسطين جروحك بكى الحجر. صرخات طفل بريء يسمعها رب البشر من صواريخ السماء تنزل مثل المطر.
يا فلسطيني امحي دموعي نصر قريب. يا فلسطين شهداء الأقصى في الجنة أحياء القدس ستبقى لفلسطين.
उड़ी जा रही है शहीदों की लाशें फुगाबन के अर्शे इलाही की जानिब उड़ी जा रही है शहीदों की लाशें फुगाबन के अर्शे इलाही की जानिब। अगर ये मनाज़िर तुम्हारे घरों में खुदा ने दिखाया तो फिर क्या करोगे? फलस्तीनियों ने क़यामत में आकर को दुखड़ा सुनाया तो फिर क्या करोगे? फलस्तीनियों ने क़यामत में आकर को दुखड़ा सुनाया तो फिर क्या करोगे? जो तुम खा रहे हो ये लाशें हैं उनकी, जो तुम पी रहे जो तुम पी रहे हो ये सब खो है उनका खुदा फलस्तीनियों